Hey ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. As always, it is Nick here, back with your daily crypto news and analysis, and today we're going to be talking about Casper Network, aka Casper. So sit back, relax, and before we fully jump on into this video, I do just want to ask guys to please leave a like on this video. It does help the channel grow immensely, and of course I always do greatly appreciate it. Now with that being said, let's dive in and let's talk about a few things. So obviously I'm recording this a little bit ahead of time, but we can address the price action real quick. I'm not going to be talking too much about the price, but we have been ranging between the 7 and 8 cent zone. I've said that this is a pretty good overall accumulation zone. I think that this is that point where we're kind of ranging between like the 5 cent zone to almost like 6 cent zone down here. I think that this is a perfect point of entry. When we take a look at the all-time chart, again, you guys can kind of see where we are compared to even just like the November highs, which is the bare minimum prices, by the way. This is one of those assets that will have that major spike in price. People have been kind of comparing this to Solana in terms of like the chart overall for it. I really haven't, I would say compared it to Solana. I mean, I've compared market cap technically, but I never really said that this is going to pull Solana pump, but could it? 100%. I mean, when we take a look at this, right? This thing was flatlined until it started to break out. Now, obviously, do I think that this is going to go to $300? No. Long term, it could. But I'm just saying, when we take a look at things happening right now, I would say, the high targets would be that $4 to $7 range. If we do see a major Solana pump, it could take it to like double-digit figures, which we will address in this video. But before I do really kind of address, price, I want to talk to you guys about a few things happening within the ecosystem, and then we can kind of go from there and talk more so about price. So with this current market, we have been kind of sitting stable in terms of Bitcoin and the total 2 in terms of the price chart. So again, alts are showing a lot of strength technically. But, I still think that we need a nice move on Bitcoin. Right now, it's kind of like a bore fest. It has been shaking out retail, though. The best way to shake out weak hands is just by making them wait. Patience is a virtue, guys. But we do see here, the .Oracle team has successfully integrated Casper Signer into our bridge. Now, what does this mean? Is it even something to, celebrate? What's going on? Well, when we look at this, basically this does have the ability for all nodes to connect to the Ethereum to verify request transactions. We do see up there, connect to Ethereum to verify USDT request bridge transaction validity as well. This is interconnection between all the multi-chains basically. This is very good because it does allow for, streamlined access to all chains. This also allows for easy integrations that are very streamlined and seamless technically. So this is very good from a developer standpoint. This is also very good just from use case standpoints as well to really kind of be unlocked and the true potential to be seen. So this is very good. I think that this is something that everyone should really kind of pay attention to. .Oracle has been, that cross-chain liquidity network that we mentioned beforehand as well. I do think that things like this are crucial for the success of any sort of network. And honestly, any crypto project too that is really kind of focused on things that Casper is focused on. So this is very good to see. I love the fact that development is continuing to really kind of be sparked and centered on within the Casper network. Now, also, we did see Casper basically, partner with Metacask. We've been talking about this for a while to help launch a new NFT, marketplace on Casper network that allows whiskey, wow, I can't even talk right now, aficionados to purchase and collect their own luxury whiskey cask NFTs. Cheers. Now, we've talked about this in the past a little bit. We really didn't spotlight this use case too much, but we do see here the marketplace is powered by the Casper blockchain, opens high-end whiskey cask trading to experts and enthusiasts alike. Again, when we talk about NFTs and things like that, I do like the idea on getting into real-world use cases similar to this because it really kind of opens the door for retail individuals in terms of just NFTs. But we do see here, Casper Labs, a leading blockchain solutions company, and its partner Metacask, a premier spirit marketplace leveraging blockchain technology to modernize the high-end whiskey cask investment market, have launched Metacask non-fungible token marketplace on the Casper blockchain. Now, It does say here the blockchain-based marketplace opens the door for all consumers interested in buying, selling, and collecting their own luxury whiskey cask. Again, when we take a look at this, I do think that this is going to create a lot of demand around this, because we know that the, spirits market is pretty big. We do see here, for the whiskey aficionados and amateur collectors, blockchain technology makes buying and selling whiskey cask much easier and more secure than older, clunkier methods. But not all blockchain networks and organizations are created equal. We chose Casper Labs as our blockchain partner because they build their solutions on the Casper blockchain, which is well known for superior security standards, performance, enterprise scalability, operational costs, and energy efficiency. So again, you guys can see why they chose it. Honestly, I think that we are going to see a lot more growth within the NFT sector within Casper, and I definitely think that this is something that's pretty cool in terms of a use case. I know I spotlighted it multiple times on this channel. The only reason why I'm spotlighting it again is I want you guys to understand why they are choosing, Casper, and I also want to streamline the idea, or make sure that you guys know of the idea on, how this is really going to streamline retail adoption in general, and why, Casper entirely as a network, but also as a blockchain, will be utilized by a lot of other use cases because of its efficiencies. Now, also, I do want to talk to you guys more so about the efficiencies around Casper for the developers. Built-in multi-sig functionality and upgradability, quite possibly some of the most significant features available for Web3 developers, is available only on Casper. And again, when we talk about upgradability and things like that, Casper definitely is building out some very strong, developer-friendly use cases, or not use cases, but efficiencies. This network is, prepared. It's ripe for developers to really kind of build on it. Honestly, I'm loving the idea on Casper building out this very strong long-term play for us. I just said on Twitter a little bit ago, I said, man, Casper is such an incredible long-term opportunity. I easily see this at double digits. Just need the commitment to HODL until the value is unlocked. I'd say 2 to 5 years. Now, I've said multiple times, make sure you are paying attention to Casper. Make sure that you are paying attention to these assets that are still new. You guys have to realize that Casper is 12 months old. It's only 1 year old. When we look at this, it says if Casper hits a similar run to what Solana did last year at its all-time high, 800x from ICO price within 18 months, then we would be looking at somewhere between the $12 region per Casper. Remember, Casper Network is only 12 months old. Imagine that, $12 per Casper. I want you all to drop down in the comments below right now, how happy $12 per Casper would make you. Because honestly, $12 to me would change my entire life. But it is something that I see happening. I mean, honestly, think about it like this. At $12, Casper still has a pretty conservative overall market cap compared to most projects within the space. Now let's talk about a few things happening within the Casper network. So first off, the swappery. To all swappers out there, not much left until we go live with our decentralized exchange on Casper Network. We hope you're all as happy as we are to see it come together. More exciting news on the way. Now this goes live in mid-May, so we are 1 month away, guys. This is something pretty cool. I think that this is going to be something very interesting as well in terms of gas fees and things like that. I love decentralized exchanges that are built on very efficient networks like, again, Casper. I've said this even with, Zinfin. I've said it with, Hedera. We need these decentralized exchanges on more sort of efficient networks because of how extremely expensive, Uniswap has gotten. Of course, Uniswap has now integrated, Polygon, which has changed the entire game fully. And I love that, especially if you are trying to get like cheap tokens instead of paying massive gas fees with Ethereum, but you still have to use Ethereum here and there, even when you're kind of swapping out your Ethereum to Polygon tokens. So again, when we take a look at things happening in this space, I definitely do say like decentralized exchanges are 1 in a dozen, but on, very efficient networks, they are not. So I'm definitely watching this closely. I think that this is going to be something pretty cool to see. Of course, I'm going to be here to watch the beta get released, or some sort of sneak peeks at this, because I do think that that's going to be very, very cool. Now, what is going to move the price of Casper? Let's actually address this. So I have been talking to you guys about Casper for a while, and we have been waiting a few things. And that few things is a few names to be added to this Casper markets list. When are we going to see tier 1s? Well, we are very close apparently. So guys, check this out. Casper Labs tier 1 exchange listing soon. This could be something many have been waiting for, and we do see this. We are working on an SDK specification. Here are the starts of that. And of course, soon after this, we will outline what an MVP SDK looks like. High quality SDKs are massively important because having solid helper functions will help make the listing of Casper and integration of Casper super easy. Okay. So as we are seeing them working on SDK specification, and this going to be launching pretty soon, does that mean that we will be seeing some tier 1s? The one that we have been waiting for is Gemini. So Gemini posted an article on Casper a while back, and honestly, this video on it, they're basically talking about it being listed on some other layer or tier 1s, and pretty much the business behind it in terms of NFTs and things like that. We've addressed this when I talked about Casper the other day, but I did not address this being listed on a few other exchanges. Now, Gemini would be extremely beneficial for us because Gemini is in the top 10. Of course, the volume compared to most is a little bit less than most expect it, but it does have almost 441,000 weekly visits. So again, Gemini would be crucial for us. It would provide a lot more volume for Casper, but I'm also watching for a few other ones like Binance US, Binance, Coinbase. These are the major names that do provide a lot of volume and value for assets like Casper. So I'm watching. I'm watching the tier 1 listings closely, especially as we do see more development happening within the Casper network. So with that being said, I hope that you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys did, definitely leave a like, subscribe, turn notifications on if you guys want more free content. You guys are more than welcome to follow me on Twitter and join the free Discord down in the description below. As always, up to you all. Have a beautiful day or beautiful night, wherever you guys are in this beautiful world. This has been Nick. Peace out, guys.